Here we are at Business at Breakfast, 10 a.m. on Thursday morning. Each week, one of the members at Business at Breakfast gets the opportunity to share with the group further insights into their business or enlighten the group a little bit more about themselves. The members can use this time to problem solve or seek assistance and advice from the group as a collective. The time is theirs to use however they would like. Today, we have the wonderful Joy Benn from Burnout to Balance, and she's going to tell us more about what it is that she does. So Joy Benn is known all over the world for her Benn Method, which provides health and wellness solutions for corporate and entrepreneurs who are burnt out, stressed and overwhelmed or have health challenges. Joy created the Benn Method to empower professionals to heal themselves from physical, emotional or mental exhaustion. The Benn Method is a result of 30 years of experience in the mind-brain connection, nature of mental health and formation of memory. Joy's passion is exploring how the brain can change with directed mind input, neuroplasticity. And with that, Joy, you have up to 8 minutes to tell us more about what you do. At the 8-minute mark, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to cut you off. That's for you to just wrap it up and allow us to ask questions. Should you speak for less than 8 minutes, that's okay. More time for questions. With that, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Misty. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joy Benn, Burnout to Balance. I'm the Chief Energy Expert for the Benn Method, and I'm known all over the world for the Benn Method, which provides health and wellness solutions for professionals and corporate who struggle with stress, burnout, and mental exhaustion. And it starts at $500, and the people who buy it are given the term long COVID by doctors, but this may show as memory loss, physical or mental exhaustion, which may be causing headaches and migraine and fatigue and insomnia. In a nutshell, it's burnout and your body is screaming out for balance. And I provide solutions for busy professionals who are stressed and burnt out, causing anxiety and overwhelm that can lead to other health issues, including mental health, physical pain, or disease. Some of the people I work with are entrepreneurs and business owners, corporate directors, upper management, stakeholders, medical professionals, and emergency services, because they're all exhausted from saving the planet. I myself had suffered from burnout. When I was moving countries from the US back to Australia, I was under chronic stress. So I know what it feels like and how I created an illness inside of myself and was given the label autoimmune, chronic fatigue, and adrenal burnout. And this is why I created the Benn Method. And I created this program to help others with burnout or any other health-related issues. And I myself have healed myself medication-free from cancer and autoimmune. And so using my own coaching and training of rewiring my brain. So balance is the first step in the Benn Method, which stands for balance, energy, nurture, and nourish. And maybe the stress from the last few years has taken its toll on you, causing overwhelm and other mental health issues like depression. And I sell the best Burnout to Balance program in the world for corporate, because burnout is a state of complete mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion caused from chronic stress. And apart from the physical symptoms, there's also emotional symptoms that may be a feeling of helplessness or reduced performance in your everyday tasks, or maybe feeling a sense of failure, self-doubt, or even turning to substances and addictions, or just outburst and decreased satisfaction with everyday life, or feeling detached or alone in the world and feeling isolated, as well as loss of motivation. So any dysfunction in the body is a sign of burnout. In my one-to-one sessions, I combine many of the modalities that I've studied over the last 30 years. And my unique gift is identifying the blocks or trauma held in the emotional and physical body, as well as the energy field around the body, and help business owners to clear those blocks to be stress-free, with increased energy, focus, productivity, resilience, and balance. And my background for over 20 years, from body work, specializing in intuitive body work, energy work, and healing, as well as a trainer in color healing and Reiki counseling. And I combine the NLP timeline and hypnotherapy in all my sessions. And many years ago, I created my 5 R's, which is release, realign, restore, rebalance, and re-energize. And that's nearly 20 years I created that, and I have now put that as an online program, which is my 5R renewal program, which enables you to gain control over past traumatic situations and circumstances so that you can lead your life in a direction of peace and balance, as well as wellness, and just feel the love and forgiveness for yourself. So my 5-step process is the foundation to the Benn Method to help you feel renewed and back to your original divine blueprint. I'm not sure how the time is going, but I'll stop there. And any questions?
Perfect. That was in 5 minutes. So let's go around for some questions. Well done, you, Linda Joy. It's amazing when you've got structure, how much you can get out in such a small amount of time. Who has questions for Linda Joy? Yes, Kiara.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Linda. My question was, what was the most fascinating thing that you found about rewiring your brain?
Is how you can take an illness or disease or you disappeared. Oh, there you go. And through all the different daily processes, like affirmations is one, but you can rewire and change your thoughts and how you feel, and that will change your habits and behaviors as well as the actions. So this is self-care for the soul. And the more you do self-care for the soul on a daily basis, is how you make change and rewire those neurological networks in your brain for positive change.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. It's really interesting to know that you've gone through the whole process as well, and then you help others with it too. So thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Someone else have a question for Linda Joy? Yes, Jacqueline.
You mentioned you asked people if that who'd suffered from long COVID. How many of those have been vaccinated, and has that had an effect?
I haven't done a survey and of those people, but yeah, this is getting controversial. So
Fair enough.
Why not?
If you haven't done a survey, you haven't done a survey of, well, she hasn't. So not something that she's thought of. So she hasn't done a survey on it. But if they've been diagnosed with long COVID.
But there's also clinical experience. It's not just research.
Well, for her personally, she hasn't asked to find out. So, yep. Anyone else got any questions? Paulina.
Thank you. Linda, what's the average time frame that it takes a person to rewire their brain to have an effect and the result?
Well, it's different for everyone because everyone is unique. And for an individual, it's about, them taking responsibility and taking action on a daily basis. And everyone's at different levels of consciousness, as well as where they're starting from as a foundation. So if they're coming with illness or a disease or trauma, well, this is where through my coaching as well as my one-on-one sessions, whether I'm doing intuitive work or tuning in, and then I take them through a process. So I've got my online program, or if they want one-to-one work, I can do them one-to-one coaching as well. So everyone's different. yeah, they can have, you know, certain sessions, but then some people need more ongoing support. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Just like I just wondered from the clients you've helped, on average, a human, would they take 6 weeks, 2 months? Because any change takes about 6 weeks for the person to get used to. So I just wondered from that perspective.
Yeah, so an example of that, one of my clients that I worked with went through a transplant of pancreas and a kidney transplant. Recovering from that, at the same time her husband leaves her, she's not working, and she was working with me, and I was empowering her to heal her own body and take charge of her health and wellness, and then coaching her through the marriage breakup, as well as helping her to find a job, which she did. And in that time, that would have been about 6 months. And then she got a high-paying job, her health great, and, you know, her whole, and she went through the divorce amicably with ease and grace, and I was just providing ongoing guidance and healing for her during that huge traumatic, you know, event. Well, there were several things going on in her life at the time.
Excellent. Great examples. Thank you, Linda Joy. Thank you, Paulina. Dr. Chris, you've got your hand up.
Thanks for that, Linda Joy. That was very interesting. And a question I have is, do you find that many people don't actually realise that they've got burnout until they kind of literally crash and burn? And if that's the case, what makes them aware other than, you know, falling apart?
Well, like those, you know, physical and emotional symptoms that I mentioned, especially just feeling, you know, like you just want to lay on the couch, you feel withdrawn from the world, as well as you just don't have the energy to go and do all the activities that you love doing, and going to the gym or exercising, or even going out, you know, hiking and doing fun activities, or even socially withdrawing.
Okay.
And it's just you know, when they wake up in the morning, they may have the foggy brain syndrome and just reaching for the coffee or some kind of other stimulant. So yeah, everyone's health and wellness is different on where they're starting at, but it's an ongoing decline. And so this is where, yeah, they need to, because the body is the barometer of the soul. So it starts at little symptoms, and then and if you keep ignoring those symptoms, then it just gets bigger and bigger, and then you're on the couch or in bed and unable to move, or being diagnosed with something. But it's usually a gradual thing where, and this is where I work holistically with the mind, body, soul. And if you keep ignoring those messages, to slow down, rest, you know, and meditate and get sleep, well, then the body at some stage will create some kind of illness, dysfunction or imbalance. So it's about listening to your own body, and your body is the barometer.
Well, thanks for that. Thank you.
All right, Stuart, you've got the last question.
Thank you. I was just going to say, like, now is not the winter of our discontent, but here we are in winter, and it's a known fact that because we're spending more time inside and away from the outdoors, that the winter blues can kick in as well too. So that'd be it's not only people going through COVID, it's actually a legit thing that people do experience that as well. So it's a good thing to look out for. And that's it. If you're feeling like that, it's reach out to Linda Joy. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Stuart. Thank you. Yeah, you are your own barometer, and monitor how you are feeling on a daily basis. And if you're feeling flat, well, then reach out for help, or reach out and talk to other people who can support you on your journey. So we're all on this journey together.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Stuart, for your comment there too. And Linda Joy, thank you for being our speaker today at Business at Breakfast. It's always good to hear what all the members do and to get more of insight into the back end of what it is that you do as well and how you help. So thank you so very much. If anyone has any more questions or comments for Linda Joy, you can put in the chat box or booking for a one-to-one with her and find out more that way as well.